Welcome into another edition of This Is a Shoot. Why did Josh Alexander betray Joe Hendry? And what is a dream match that hit my head that I really want to see with TNA and NXT working together between Josh Alexander and a certain somebody? All that and more coming right on up. But as always, if you like the video, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, comment down below on a dream match that you want to see between NXT and TNA. Over this past weekend, Josh Alexander was in a championship elimination match for Moose's TNA World Heavyweight Championship, where he would low blow Joe Hendry and get him down for 3 seconds and continue to beat the poor man down. Josh Alexander is showing a true example, or I should say TNA, of how to get an uber babyface, which was Josh Alexander, a beloved babyface, someone who was adored by the fans, and getting them to hate them. It was done so simply. One, you put them in a main event match at a pay-per-view and surprise everybody when you low blow the biggest babyface, the biggest star inside of wrestling right now, arguably. And then you have him come out to explain why he did it. And he gives you no explanation. You don't give the fans nothing. There's no explanation of why you turned your back on Joe Hendry, why you turned your back on the fans, why did you do what you do, and you gave us absolutely nothing. It will be driving people up the wall. It will be making me wonder why, Josh. Why would you do such a dastardly deed? It's simple but effective. Sometimes I think in the world, especially I would say even in the world in the world of WWE, they try to go above and beyond to make someone a heel, or they try to force a heel turn. But for Josh Alexander, it was in his face. He's not wearing his headgear right now, and I've never seen Josh Alexander as a heel. And for those who've been watching TNA a lot longer than I have, maybe he's been a heel before, and maybe he's a phenomenal heel. I'm just recently getting into it, knew he was way over, loved his character, loved everything about him, and then just to betray the fan base like he did. But it leads me to this: when he was standing in the ring last night, and he was just standing there, knowing that he is a walking weapon, knowing his background, knowing his skill set, knowing all the talent and the skill that he has inside that squared circle, made me think of, okay, TNA, NXT working together. And let's be honest, TNA's kind of gotten the short end of the stick when it comes to NXT talent coming over. And though this person's not actually an NXT talent, but they've been showing up on NXT, I want to see Josh Alexander in a TNA ring, by the way, a TNA pay-per-view, against Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne versus Josh Alexander. If anybody from TNA or NXT is watching this humble podcast, make it happen. Set it in the works. Josh Alexander, Pete Dunne in a TNA ring. Because, like I said, I gotta say it, NXT's getting the better end of the deal, because now we're getting Joe Hendry on NXT. But NXT's getting a lot more of the TNA talent. I think we should be sending a little bit more star power TNA's way. This is my opinion. But I would love to see Pete Dunne versus Josh Alexander. And I know it may not make sense because they're both heels now. But it don't need to make sense when it's a cross-brand, a cross-promotion match. It would be, listen, that match would be a candidate for match of the year. I'm guaranteeing it right now. I don't think I'm over-exaggerating one bit what that match could be. Because you have similar styles, but they're different in their own rights. You have two characters that are machines inside that squared circle. You have two characters, boy, that they can show no emotion at all and get you to believe. just Pete Dunne cracking Josh Alexander's hands and all these different things. I think that's a match that needs to happen. It's a dream match that's right there. And I don't even know if anybody else is even thinking that it's a dream match besides myself. And I could be totally wrong. But I'm telling you, there's something about Pete Dunne, Josh Alexander in my head being top of the line, top-notch match quality. Match of the year quality. What do y'all think? Come on now. Don't lie to me. Come on now. I know. I got goosebumps thinking about it. I ain't gonna lie to you.